looking at you, envying you, or being jealous, or trying to figure out, like, how did you get there? You must have cheated. I'm just going to ask you, if you're where I'm trying to go, I want to ask you, hey, how can I get there?
Have the conversation.
Which direction do I need to go?
Yeah. Pride, my man.
Because you're where I'm trying to go.
Pride. Pride sometimes stops people from asking that question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Pride. I'd rather just sit over and hate on what you got rather than just ask you how'd you get there. And then sometimes, though, too, people are rude with sharing information. Like, you come to them, ain't none of your business how I got it. So you got to, you have different levels of people that want to share information. See, you got some people, man, they're more than happy to give you everything, all the game that you need. They more than happy to share it with you. And you have some that will not give you a umbrella in a thunderstorm. Ain't happening. So you just have that spectrum, man. You feel me? Hey, man, it's raining. So you got a whole stack of umbrellas over there. They my umbrellas. Get your own. Straight monsoon.
Yeah.
It's good business, man.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there is, that could be, any given point, but if you come up, if you run up on one, obstacle, do you quit?
No, you keep running.
I mean,
you keep running.
You run up on 2 or 3, do you quit? How determined are you, to succeed? To what level are you trying to, are you looking to elevate yourself and your family?
Yes.
Yes. Because when we talk about community, and our communities, it's to me, it's big in comparing to starting with your home first. If you can get it down in your house, and then the members of your house go out into the community, and then they can touch people, or they meet people, or talk to people, that you are not going to meet and talk to, at that particular time, and then then it can. You see what I'm saying? It can kind of go. It can spread. More can be done. Yeah, we got a voice on the microphone. We got people listening to us. But we'll say, okay, everybody in your household, or everybody in my household, if we get it, then we go out, and when we interact with other people, we're sharing that news, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Now if I got to talking about, let's say, look, okay, if you got $1,000 and you're willing to invest it with me, I'll take that $1,000 and I'll turn it into $20,000.
What do I sign?
Okay. Now, if someone from of a different color or from a different culture comes to you and tell you that same thing, is that are you going to be that, are you going to be that willing, or that open to be receptive to hearing what they have to say, or are you going to be like, no, they're probably up to something?
You see, depends on the individual and where they are and their experience in life, because everybody's experience is different. And so some people would take information as valuable, and some people would take information as, I don't need that. I'm good with what I have. So I think I think all that depends on everybody's individual experience. All the information you're sharing tonight and that you always going to share on the show, whatever, is based upon your individual experience and what you would like to see and how you would like the things to go. Someone else can give a dang about what you saying and the Candyman. So again, it's just all about that individual. And that's what I say about when we share information and stuff, it's not about forcing information. It's just sharing information. And what you do with information, you can put it in your pocket. You can throw it away. You can put it on the shelf to use for later. It's just information. And a lot of times I think what we get caught up as a society, that so many people are so adamant about their opinion about what this information is, then they fall out with that next person because they ain't doing, look, should have did what I told you. That's why you're broke. You know what I mean? And so sometimes I think I think that's when you get those people that like kind of, I don't know about this information stuff, because you got a lot of those I told you so people in the mix a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't think that gets people to their own level.
Like you said earlier about, the truth being, ugly sometimes.
Downright unattractive.
Sometimes, it may be hurtful, but sometimes we might need to hear that "I told you so."
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it depends on
who wants to hear it. But what I'm saying is, maybe. I mean, if that was the case,
mm-hmm.
I mean, if I told you, if I gave you specific instructions, to get a result that I got,
proven model,
and you go out and you don't follow those instructions the way that they were given to you, and you come up short. Okay? What am I supposed? You come back to me. What am I supposed to tell you? Am I supposed to reinvest in you again and give you and say, okay, figure this time you're gonna listen to me? Mm-hmm. Sometimes opportunities don't come back to the door twice.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you're very true about that, bro.
I mean, you'd be lucky if you get one, but it's just like just like Giles. I had a cousin of mine. I won't say no names, but I don't know.
X.
A lot of family is kind of wondering about it. There's this dude allergic to money. It's just that he's okay. Not. I mean, take him on job interviews. You know what I'm saying? He sneak out the back door. All kind of shit. And so one day, one of my uncles asked me. He said, "Man, do you think that money's just gonna fall out of the sky into your hands one day?" He said, "Yeah."
Well, there's the mentality.
And my uncle said then?
What's that?
Boy, you supposed to be getting a check.
If it's the one I met, yeah, that's exactly probably what he said.
You're supposed to be getting a check, bro. Because but again, I would have never believed it if I didn't hear it.
Wow.
But he said it with a straight face. He was serious.
That's his reality though, right? And he's not bothered by being okay, because if you look at it, I guarantee everybody else is more bothered than him about his condition.
Yeah, they were for quite some time, and then yes. I guess time took care of that, because it's just like, hey man, he just not, he don't want to do nothing with himself. He okay with house to house, sleeping on somebody's couch, and whatever, and
until someone says no.
Create, procreate, and like that. I mean, I don't know how things are going now, but I'm just saying that.
Right, it happens.
You have people out there with exceptional mentalities, but these people are blended in, with other members of society that that wouldn't necessarily take that viewpoint. I mean, you just got to know better. I mean, who wouldn't like the fact that if there was, let's just say if there was money grew on trees. Okay, there will still be a problem, because you're either gonna run out of trees, you know what I'm saying? And some people don't, they don't have yards.
Okay,
here's my question. Trees in it.
Okay, so if money grows on trees, what happens in the fall? When all the leaves, so you better, you better have a good spring and summer, because when the leaves fall off, the money leaves.
Well,
it's a wrap.
I guess you better do like nature, you know what I'm saying? Like the squirrels and the ants and everything else. You better learn how to hide, you know what I'm saying? Put something up.
Yeah. You definitely have to do that.
It gets me sometimes, man. I think that, God says that, He gives us dominion over this planet. We're at the top of the food chain, but, it's like, nature has more sense than, some human beings. And it's almost embarrassing, but I guess it is what it is.
Yeah,
everybody.
Every tub got to sit on his own body.
Mm-hmm.
All we can do is present the information, have that platform to where we can get people to come out and talk about some things, listen to some things, respond to some of the things we're talking about, and then actually comments, concerns, questions about what they want to talk about as well. So again, it ain't gonna hit everybody the same way, because some people can look at, okay, who the heck is Shelton J? Who the heck is B Breezy? What qualifies them to tell us about this, that, or the third? Now, we just two brothers with a heart of compassion to try to give our people and anyone else listening an opportunity to say, hey, let's think about some of these things that normally just run across our mind, and we just kind of focus in and hone in a little bit, and then maybe we can get some different results. Because again, think about a radio/solution oriented radio. That's the whole deal. That's the whole deal and the whole thing in a nutshell. And that's why we're passionate about what we do and how we share the information. This ain't about beating nobody down. This all about lifting all of us up together, because we all can grow. We all have somewhere we can go. So this is all about community development, intermingling with one another with the assets that we all have to see that change that we want to be. Rather than just having a conversation about it, we can actually do some things about it, because now we know some different steps, each day that we can use to help us get to where we're trying to go, my man.
Absolutely.
That's the
I've got now, with Domination Sports as my, youth basketball coaching service that, I'm going to be, I'm actually, in the final stages of, just trying to, get everything wrapped up with that. So after the first of the year, I'm going to be, I'm going to really be moving on some stuff. And we've talked about, I'm going to be getting down to, in that area at some point or another this, in 2017, and seeing what we can bring, saying to the area there.
Yes, sir.
And, this is something that, that I chose to do because I just have a love for it. This is what I have passion for it. Whether I'm getting paid or not, this is something that I love doing. And I would just, and with that being said, I want to pass this on in closing. If you're ever wondering what your purpose is, in life, I had a couple of millionaires I had a chance to meet with personally at two different points or stages in my life, and they both said the same thing. I found that kind of interesting. But you once you find that something that you enjoy doing, whether you were getting paid for it or not, that is a sure indication, a strong indication that is one or either the or one of the purposes or reasons why you're here.
Amen, brother.
So maybe that may be, some food for someone who may be, looking at making a change, doing something different, moving forward, starting something in the upcoming years, getting out of, the rat race, punching the clock, you want to, start producing some things for yourself. You may want to go into business for yourself. I understand that it's not easy, to obtain, large amounts of capital, depending on, where you look. But one of the things that I've noticed, when I was doing this and helping people, with their business plans, a lot of people they don't know what a business plan is. They don't know. They have the slightest idea. They just know that I want to go in business and I want to make money, and I want my business to do this, and I want to make lots of money.
Yeah.
There are things that go into play before you even get to that point.
Yeah.
But again, once you have a solid plan together, and then ready to present that, then get in contact with Shelton J and or myself, either one, and then we can talk about some things, and I can give you some pointers or some sort of assistance to help you or get you pointed in the direction that it is that that you're trying to go. And when it comes to business, I'm all about it. When it's the boo, blankety blank, not so much interested. Very, very limited conversation, please, Mark. But I just think, when people can start again, taking care of themselves, doing things that they love, giving them opportunity to enjoy life, it'll be a lot less stressful, for us in this country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can show enough dig it. Now, Mr. Breezy, you got anybody you want to shout out to you, man, before we get about this thing?
No one in particular, just, I want to say everyone who has been supporting and listening to